Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video. So, with the new Dragon Ball Heroes banner that recently released on Dokkan, physical Super Saiyan Great Ape Cumber was one of the units, right? Well, I did manage to get all the copies I needed of him, rainbowed him, and I did actually manage to pull full copies for his SSR, which is just a base form Cumber. Now, considering how small the Dragon Ball Heroes category is, and the fact that he is on, like, Pure Saiyan's Time Travelers, he's on a couple of different teams, I figured I'd go ahead and rainbow him. It's not like there's a giant variety of Cumber units and Dragon Ball Heroes units in this game, right? So I figured, why not go ahead and toss him the Rainbow Star? We'll see. That free-to-play STR Cumber is very good, but I also wanted to rainbow this physical Cumber too. Just, I guess, maybe just for collection purposes. I'm sure he could be useful in certain situations. So let's go ahead and hop into an event and see how good this Cumber is. Alright, so we're in an event. Let's go ahead and see how good Cumber is going to be. Now, I'm not expecting, the greatest ever, right? Because he is basically the physical Super Saiyan Great Ape Cumber, except, not as good, basically, right? Like, that's it. So, let's sort of see how powerful he can be. One thing he doesn't have, so just under 1 million right there, but one thing he does not have, is he doesn't have that ability. Wait, no, actually he does. He does have the high chance of stunning all superclass enemies after he gets hit. Okay. It's just he doesn't have his ability to transform into the giant ape, right? That is sort of lost in his Dokkan Awakening, but yeah, actually not, because of the fact that he does have that high chance of stunning, it does actually make him sort of an interesting unit, right? Because that is actually like a really powerful ability, especially like testing that out in Super Battle Road. Like I kind of was like, oh wow, like you get touched once, 50% chance you stun the entire rotation if it's super class. That's like exceptionally powerful. So with that, he could be pretty good. I guess the other thing too is that, wow, it's turn 5 already. Yeah, it took I had bad opening rotations right here, but okay, so Transform Seal, so you don't get a chance to see him very often. All right, so I guess actually, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, because Cumber, in that last turn, he had like no links active, no support or anything like that, and he was still just under 1 million. Like, I feel like that's not actually terrible now that I'm thinking about it. There he is above 1 million. He, of course, is on Time Traveler, so he was getting the 40% buff from Mai right there. He does lower attack and defense on super attack, which is nice. He does have immense, even in his SSR form right here. That's also pretty good. His attack stat, or excuse me, yeah, his attack stat is 13,113, which is, it's not the greatest, but considering he's only an SSR, that's not too bad. And he does still have some of the solid links, Saiyan Warrior Race, Fear and Faith, Prepare for Battle, stuff like that he had before. Wow, okay, this is turning into a really weird video, where I'm able to use both, both Rosé's transformed and Sealess. Like, that's not very common. Now, the Time Traveler team, too, and I really do want to make this point, that this Time Traveler team is pretty freaking nasty. It has such a large roster now that, quite honestly, another Dokkan Fest exclusive Time Traveler category leader would be very intriguing to me. I don't know who it would be, but, we have 50, options, right? So, basically, there's 3 leaders for the team now. Int Goku Black, LR Trunks and Mai, who are okay as a leader, I guess. And then also the 40% Mai is also a leader for the team. What is she? 120% is what I presume. I do like that they've made a lot of those 120% leaders for the category team. That is good, because a lot of people would have that Mai, so, a lot of people, if you've been playing for a while, can probably just run the Time Traveler team only if you have that Mai, which is nice. But I look at some characters that could potentially be Time Traveler leaders, like, what about Bojack? Bojack, I think, is very interesting as an option. Alright, so he's just a shade under 100k defense right there. Let's see with Supremo Pie of Time, and then, of course, Time Traveler Mai on rotation. So this is a lot of support for our boy Cumber right here. Let's see what attack stat he's able to get up to. And he gives us an attack stat of 1.24 million. I mean, when we have that much support dripped up on him, and that's all he gets, I mean, I guess that's not the greatest, but you know, he does have that incredibly powerful ability of stunning the entire enemy rotation after he gets an attack. So like that, I just absolutely like adore that ability. Like it's so good. So okay, this was a time traveler team. I would look at him on the Dragon Ball Hero team as well, but the issue is that no one runs Fu. So we're just gonna go right to the Pure Saiyan team. Alright guys, so now we're over here on the Pure Saiyan team, which man, I'm really gonna continue this campaign. I'm just mentioning this every single video now. For whatever reason, people don't run Transforming Vegeta, which is odd to me because he is really good. And then his leader skill is, quite honestly, probably one of the best in the game, right? Because his leader skill is for the Pure Saiyan team, obviously, right? Now, the Pure Saiyan team has the biggest roster, basically, of any category in the game. And the thing with it is you would think that it would be a team that people would run constantly, but honestly, it's not. Like, I don't find the Pure Saiyan leader Transforming Vegeta too often. Like, Evolution Blue Vegeta, I think, is a lot more common than him. You know, obviously, he's been on a lot of banners, but still, it's like, dude, like, you know, I'd like to see some more Transforming Vegetas here and there. You know, that would be nice. So, like, boom. You know, here we go. Okay, so no one's running Transforming Vegeta. Let's go ahead and put the fusions on there, and then guess what? People are going to run the team again. Now, you know, again, would Pure Saiyans become the definitive best team in the game if you would do nothing except for add the fusions to it? The answer to that is probably yes. If you put all the Gogetas, Vegetos, and Keflas on there, yeah, the team probably does become the best team in the game. But guess what? It's a Saiyan team. Like, what? What are you going to do? Every Goku and Vegeta's on the damn category. Like, guess what? The team is going to be good no matter what. Like, you know, it's just... I really... I just would be so pleased if Dokkan would just clean up the categories. Like, actually get it right with a lot of these. I would really appreciate, like, no golden freezes in the Planet Namek category, you know, stuff like that. You know, that amazing physical Trunks card from the Android 13 movie, put him on the Super Saiyan category where he should be, because the entire theme of that movie, by the way, was that there was 3 Super Saiyans there, but he's not on the Super Saiyan team, and he's not a great unit to work with LR Spirit Forms or Goku. Figure that out. Doesn't make a lot of sense. By the way, this is probably going to be Cumber's best rotation right here. His links aren't the greatest, but he does share, like, Saiyan Warrior Race and Brutal Beatdown with both Broly and Paragus and Turles. They give him the same buff, 40% attack, and then those 2 links. Plus LRB Pan, of course, so 1.56. I believe that's pretty much the pinnacle of what this Cumber is going to be able to get to. But he does also lower attack, again, and, you know, the stunning effect that he has. That's something that would be really good for Super Battle Road. So this guy could be a really interesting option, even as SSR, like if you manage to get the TUR Rainbow or something like that. He'll be good for potentially the Dragon Ball Hero category, Super Battle Road, and Pure Saiyans and Time Travelers. Like, you know, Pure Saiyans, I already used the Great Ape Cumber, but this guy, I think, could potentially be really good on the Time Traveler stage as well. The only thing about that is that, obviously, the Time Traveler category team is, again, just so stacked that I doubt you would need to use this guy. But, like, my main thought process in rainbowing him is how small the Dragon Ball Hero category is. So I'm like, you know what, let me get some fresh blood on the team, right? Let me get some fresh meat on the team. Let me rainbow as many units on this category as possible to give myself as many options as possible. That's usually my thinking. If there's a category that, like, I don't have, like, a great roster for of rainbowed characters or something like that, I'll rainbow some bad units for that category, right? Although this Cumber, I would not call this Cumber bad, but I wouldn't go crazy calling him good and stuff like that, I guess. Okay, so looks like I'm not sure what it is. What does Super Saiyan Great Ape Cumber lose that he does? Is it Brutal Beatdown? Does he not have Brutal Beatdown? Yeah, he loses Brutal Beatdown when he transforms. Oh, his links change drastically when he transforms, because he gets Super Saiyan, Saiyan Roar, and Transform, and Shattering the Limit. So his links change drastically when he transforms. So really, even with the Super Saiyan Cumber right here, they're not going to be able to share a ton of links together. So that is kind of interesting, I guess. Okay, so we'll probably get this one last attack with him, and then I guess we might finish up. You know, I do like that they added all these Dragon Ball Heroes units into the game. You know, Cumber is cool, you know, to be able to get a card for. I mean, Cumber, I guess, you know, I say he's cool, but I guess as a villain, he's not the most intriguing, but still nice to get, you know, another fresh character in the game. especially because villains are just, there's so many more hero cards than villains, right? So any love they can give the villains, I think, is very good and definitely very, very needed. So, okay, let's go ahead and move on now to the breakdown and take a look at the SSR, Physical Cumber, all of his stats, and everything like that. Alright, so this is a Brilliant Saiyan Cumber. His leader skill is Extreme Class, Key 2, and 60% of stats. Not great, but, again, he's just the SSR, like, reverse basically from a TUR or something like that, so leader skill isn't going to be great. His super attack, the Disaster Eraser, does immense damage and lowers enemy attack and defense, so immense and lowering attack is always a very powerful combo, especially for Super Battle Road, and especially with his passive, Evil Approach, which gives him 2 key and 120% attack and defense at the start of turn, which is good so far. Then he has that high chance of stunning all superclass enemies after receiving an attack. A very powerful ability. Again, that's really, really nice, especially for Super Battle Road. In some places, I feel like that could be good even for Dokkan Battlefield. Like, if the Great Saiyaman boss was still around, this guy would be good for it. But, obviously that he's long gone, but who knows what will eventually come in Dokkan Battlefield, right? This guy could be good again one day. His links are Saiyan Warrior Race, the Saiyan Lineage, Tough as Nails, Brutal Beatdown, Fear and Faith, and Prepared for Battle. So he does have solid links for the Saiyan team, which is good. His 12 key multiplier is 135%, which isn't the greatest, unfortunately. And then he is on a couple of different category teams here. So number 1, he's on the Pure Saiyan team. I mean, biggest roster in the game, best category team, maybe. It's crazy. Like, LR Tech, Broly, LR Kale, and Khalifa, all the Super Saiyan 4s, like, all these LRs, like, LR God Goku was just added to the team, LR Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku was just added to the team, like, it's just crazy. It's honestly insane. Then the Time Traveler team, man, do I love that Trunks from the 13 movie, he is great. The Time Traveler team is very, very solid. I really would like to see a potential another leader for this team. I don't know, like, I even wonder, like, I guess in Goku Black, sort of, he's like a Saiyan leader, right? Like, Goku Black is not on the Pure Saiyan category. I'm actually kind of okay with that. Like, I don't know. I guess the way Goku Black is talking about being a Saiyan and, the Saiyan's body is the ultimate gift from the heavens and all that stuff, like, he could be on the Pure Saiyan category team, I guess, but, like, that one doesn't really bother me so much, right? I don't know that if, like, would Vegito really be a good time travel leader? I guess. Just as long as he's not only over in a flash. If we got, like, an LR Vegito Blue leader for this team, and he was, like, prepared for battle and over in a flash, what? We know how good an LR Vegito Blue would be. That would make Time Travelers right up there. And then, of course, Cumber's on the Dragon Ball Heroes team. The main reason I did decide to go ahead and rainbow him because of how limited the roster is for Dragon Ball Heroes right now. We'll see what happens if it'll eventually get a Dokkan Festival exclusive or an LR. I'm sure it'll happen, and then at that point, that category will become a lot better. So, there we go. There is Physical Cumber. A solid unit. Obviously, after, Dokkan awakens into the Super Saiyan Grade 8 version, he's a lot better, but I figured since I got enough copies to rainbow this guy, I might as well do it as well, right? So, thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.